Now in the past few videos we've talked about what you need to be a wedding photographer, the type of person you need to be, and then we've also talked about the kit that you need to successfully carry out a wedding. So the next thing to do is to think about your niche now. You might not understand what a niche is. You might just think, oh well, I just want to photograph weddings, I'll do anybody's wedding. Well, that's often the case when people first start out. They think they'll do anybody's wedding. But if you want to be really, really successful in wedding photography and you want to make a lot of money from wedding photography, it's wise to work in a niche and to only work for a certain type of people. Now this can be anybody. What you want to do is develop a particular brand, and your brand is based around what your clients want or what your ideal clients want. Now, for example, I live in a place called Northumberland in the United Kingdom, which is surrounded by country houses, castles and big estates and manors. So imagine you're getting married in a country house or a castle or a manor or something like that, and you're looking for wedding photographers on the internet, and you come across lots of different wedding photographers who are branded as a wedding photographer. But then in your searches you come across a country house wedding photographer or a specialist country house wedding photographer. All of a sudden that wedding photographer is going to be much more unique. He's going to be, or she's going to be, the solution to exactly what you want, because that's what you're looking for. You're getting married in a country house. It wouldn't be better if you had somebody who specialises in those type of weddings. I have clients who we've helped them niche and tailor their style of photography or their offering down to outdoors, so outdoor wedding photography. There's lots of couples from the cities all over the world who will spend a lot of money getting married 2 or 3 hours from where they live, because they both have a passion for the outdoors. They love the countryside. So if you can find a wedding photographer who specialises in weddings for people, for couples who love the outdoors, then you're going to be a lot more suited to that particular type of client. And the other good thing is when you're a better fit for a client, when you're exactly what they want and what they're looking for, then price doesn't really become an issue. Yes, they'll have a budget to work to, but it's much easier for you to charge a premium or charge a higher price because you're a specialist in that particular niche. Now, by being a niche wedding photographer, it could be anything. It could be the location that you do weddings in. It could be the type of people you deal with. You could specialise in doing gay and lesbian weddings. That would be your niche if that was the route you wanted to go down, and then you'd be a specialist to anybody who's having that sort of type of wedding. You could be a specialist in destination wedding photography, so you would be a wedding photographer who would fly all over the world. That would obviously give you a better chance to go for the more premium and luxurious weddings, and you could price your packages accordingly with accommodation and flights and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is the best thing to do is try and develop yourself a niche or a particular brand, and think of your brand based around what you offer. You can be like a documentary style wedding photographer, or contemporary, or fun and natural, relaxed. So when you create this niche about being a documentary or a fun, natural, relaxed, then all your photographs should be that type. That's what the people see on the wedding. That's what the statement is that you're putting out there when they get to your website or your social media. It's filled with fun, natural and relaxed photographs. None of these sort of stuffy, very regimental posed group shots, because that's not what the clients are looking for. If they're looking for a fun, natural and relaxed documentary style wedding photographer, they want it to look like the day hasn't been staged. It's just gone along as it happens. So make sure when you develop your brand around your niche, your message that you're putting out there is exactly what that client wants. You couldn't be a country outdoors specialist wedding photographer if all your photographs were, or majority of your photographs showed couples in the city or in big hotels in the towns. Then that wouldn't be true to your brand. So try and think of your brand, think of what you want to develop, which niche market you want to develop to, and then go for that particular type of people. Because there's literally hundreds and thousands of people getting married. You don't want to be a photographer for anybody, because if you be a photographer for anybody, then the only way you're going to be winning people over is on price alone. Because there is a certain element of people who will look for wedding photographers purely based on price. And you don't want to be marketing yourself on price alone, because if you do, there's always going to be somebody cheaper than you, and then you're going to end up getting pushed into the stage where you're negotiating on price alone. So I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next video.